Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Happy Thursday. I was talking with MGK and I was like, I think it's gonna go back again. It's doing some sort of wedge. Yeah, and then you know, same thing as always, right? When you're approaching a previous low, you're always looking for some sort of sweep. So theoretically, like if this doesn't work, if this long doesn't work out, you know that this is the next sweep that I'm going to be looking at, which is this guy back here, right? We already talked about this sweep. So if this doesn't work, I might try another scalp long attempt on that sweep, you know, but we need to get into a short. I'm really hoping this scam pump happens. And maybe over the weekend or next week, we can get into a short. I didn't get stopped out. It's the continuation from yesterday. So I kept all of my other ones. I had other limits. You'll see what I mean. I didn't get filled on some of these. I missed them by like $1 or $2. Marius says, BR back in 15, 20 minutes. Yes, I will be back super quick. It should only be 10, 15 minutes. This needs to hold. If it doesn't, get out and wait type of shit. You know what I mean?
Chat remoting in from the bedroom. 3990 SPY is next. Big Gamma lines up with Golden Pocket, I think. Almost done with this phone call. SPY also rejected Pixel Perfect at 4017, which is Gex flip. Possible sweep low on Biddy. Watch SPY 3990 Gamma.
Alright, I'm coming back. Okay, well, that fucking sucks. I got stopped out. $800. Woo! I think I had like 5,000 or something. Yay. All right, well, that 786 stopped me out. Okay, so here's the thing with S&P, like I told you guys. Biggest gamma is at 3990. The Gex flip is at 4017. It rejected right at it. I should have written it for you guys. Gamma is at 4017. It rejected to the pixel. Okay. Gamma is at 4017, so, you know, Gex is at 4017, excuse me. Your biggest gamma wall is at 3990, which also acts right on Golden Pocket. So I think that's the real reaction to be looking at. See if that, and then there's this bear div, right? So invalidating that would be dope. And then a sweep on Bitcoin on the lows. Login here is a little bit scary. Yeah, because it's on the bigger 786 right now. You know, maybe if it does that, you know, that might be a safer. So if it wants to do one more sweep. Oh my God, I was muted the whole time. Holy shit. Oh my God. Right? Is it the sweep? Is it the sweep? Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. This is the next level. Right? Is it going to sweep the low? Gamma. It still hasn't gap filled and it still hasn't hit the gamma. So there's still probably a little bit more room, right? 3990. So the 3990 confluence is the next one. If this bounces at 3990 or if this is 3990, you already know what it is, right? Let's go, let's go, let's go. I came back just in time. All right, come on, come on, come on. It really doesn't matter what Bitcoin wants to do. It's really about this guy right here, the 3990. Bitcoin's going to just do its thing. It's really about that 3990. Everybody Gucci? Something with trading says, fuck, I exited my short too early again. That's why it helps to read options, right? Something with trading. If we were looking at this, 4017 is Gex flip, so that zone is resistance, and this zone is support. So you would be short, you know, as soon as it got around here, you're probably shorting, and you're not closing your short until this bounces. So sometimes people will say, hey, you know, do I really need to know how to read options to trade crypto? Yeah, kinda. Fair Bilbao, S&P 500 gap already filled, right? Negative Bilbao. That's your gap right there. That's your gap right there. It's not filled yet. What if 39.90 breaks? You tell me. What do you think would happen? Probably go to like 39.90, but I mean, these are all support levels, right? Yeah, but losing 39.90 would be pretty shocking. So you've got like thin walls and stuff, but look at the volume compared to yesterday. We're talking about a sixth, maybe 1/8 of the volume from yesterday. Can you see the difference? So look at the sell wall, 1,400 Bitcoin pushing the price down. Where's that at? 1,400. You guys see it? 1,400 Bitcoin at 21.5 pushing the price down. Yeah, so if 39.90 breaks, and it can, but that would probably be like, oh, Bera. Let me put it this way, if 39.90 breaks, or if it turns, I mean, it doesn't have, like that, doing that doesn't mean that it's broken, right? For me, I'm talking about losing it, turning it into resistance, right? That's when it's actually confirmed as loss. So if 39.90 turns into resistance, then I wouldn't long. I would probably stop any sort of attempt to try to long that or this. Yeah, but there's a shit ton of shorts coming in, so whether does it during the weekday or over the weekend, there's probably gonna be a short squeeze coming. Oh, let's get it. Is it a sweep? Is it a swipper? Is it a swipper? Snap diddly fo shiddly. Snap diddly fo shiddly. Next level.
Bitcoin is going to zero.
Snap diddly.
Zero.
Here, let me delete this box for a second. Oh! Binancio Magneto down here at 20,500. Still no edge. 5-minute candles. S&P losing the gamma. 39.40 last shot. Oh, snap did it. That wall is so small, though. Oh, man, I don't know if 39.50 ain't gonna bounce. I don't know, man. It's not a good shot for S&P. Let's go. Yeah, but I think all this stuff, like, whether it's FTX or Silvergate or whatever, I think the levels are the levels. I think the math is the math. And I think all it does is it accelerates the move to those spots. But I think the levels are the levels, and you know the math is the math. So yeah, I think this was just all gonna happen no matter what. I think, you know, Silvergate, FTX, Binance FUD, whatever, all the new shit is just accelerating it. But I think it was already gonna happen. So we got Faith, Twitch Turtle. Templar says this weekend is gonna be fun. Yes. You know what I would recommend you do, Templar and everybody else, if you don't have a recollection, take a look at the weekends before CPI and PPI. So even if you're not trading, I think there's fantastic value in looking at all the weekends before CPI and PPI. And don't just stop there. You know, try to filter out the ones that have a similar setup or structure. Try to look at similar divergences on the 4-hour or a daily on the S&P. Try to figure out which one of those weekends might be the most applicable. Camilolo, do you think CME gap will be filled? Yes. Yes, I'm just hoping that it holds it and its support because I want to long that 20,000. Death by Chris says, what if we get a CPI pump? That would be insane, back up to the 24 range. That's also possible too. We kind of talked about that. We watched a interesting little news clip together. Yeah, so you already kind of know, you know, the whole S&P earnings thing, the timeline. I was saying, you know, I probably tend to agree with that guy. He was saying, what, 2 months or something? I said 2 to 8 weeks, so I guess that's the same thing, but yeah, so whenever the employment or the workforce numbers start to get funky, and I think like he was saying, like the S&P earnings could be a big trigger or a catalyst, right? So I think unemployment numbers unraveling or, S&P missing targets could be the catalyst, just like that guy was saying. So yeah, but anything is possible, death by crit. I mean, there's so many shorts right now. Yeah, so the weekend should be pretty interesting. Lihu says, I think this dump was the U.S. government with the $1 billion in BTC that they confiscated. No. So you can see how much actually went into Coinbase. You could change it to Coinbase if you really wanted to. So there's only, yesterday there was a movement of 4,000 Bitcoins. Earlier today, 1,500. So they haven't even brought it in. And they all outflowed out. Yeah, so the Coinbase thing hasn't even factored in. Or the U.S. government thing hasn't even factored in.
Chat remoting in. Almost done with this meeting. SPY call implied volatility skyrocketing lions. We need to get into shorts ASAP. Snap diddly FO shidly.
One hour later.
Let's get nasty! Let's get nasty. All right, I'm back. I think good timing. Did you guys hear my TTS? The implied volatility is skyrocketing. So you can still try to take bull divs and stuff like that, but and we're obviously looking for like a double bottom or bullish div on 15 or 1 hour. So if you want to do it, but yeah, I mean, I don't think longs are a good idea right now. You got to start thinking about the unemployment or the non-farm payroll tomorrow too. That could be a debate. Or scam pump. Level to level, no edge yet, no CVD divs, no RSI divs, nothing. Oh, and then S&P lost. Oh, snap diddly. Yeah, S&P is a shit show. Okay, let me go change real quick, but we got NFL time, baby. 1,000 Bitcoin at 540, 1,000 Bitcoin at 520, and then 2,200 Bitcoin at 20,500. Charcuta says at least one scam pumped at 22K. Maybe over the weekend. Yeah, but I mean, SPY implied volatility just skyrocketed. So I wouldn't take any long right now. And all these levels gave no bull divs or held it on any of higher time frames, 15, 1 hour. So, the next level, we talked about it, would be the CME, but if that's also a tight stop too, because the levels that we want are, down here. All right, so let's see. Now the question is going to be, which way are we going to gap? Are we going to gap down or gap up? And then with that combined with, if you think that the payroll numbers are going to be good or bad, and if you think that there's going to be a debate, then I think just with those three variables, you already have what your trade situation is going to be tomorrow. Okay, this is where we are on the bigger picture. Isn't that fucking dope? All right, let's watch these boxes. All right, everybody good? So we're doing the exact same thing that we always do. We've identified levels. We have a pretty good idea of what the bets are in terms of gammas. And even if you didn't get all of that, I could still decide what I want to do based off of which way the gap fills, or which way the gap opens, right? So S&P closed at 39.18. S&P is right here right now. So it'll be a gap down. Lord have mercy! Every pump is a scam pump, I'm telling y'all. Oh shit, now I kind of want to watch that shit with you guys. Because you guys, you know what I'm saying? Because if the non-farm payrolls are going to come out an hour before, the futures will react to it. That could make a big gap or not. You know, and then the markets are going to open, and then it could CME gap fill or not. And based off of that confluence, and based off of if we have a reaction at any of these levels, that's probably the next Bitcoin trade, right? But again, you know, do you really want to enter on a Friday with the weekend coming up 2-3 days before CPI, PPI? These are all rhetorical questions that I think individually we all have to think about based off of how much time you want to spend in front of the computer over the weekend, how much money you have to play with, if you lost money today or not. You might, you know, the ones that juiced up, you're going to be able to play with profits. If for some reason it gaps to here, and if the initial move on non-farm is a scam dump, I might long it. But ultimately, as everyone knows, we need to get into a short. We need to hurry the fuck up and get into a short. If the gamma or the gex changes, I will post it in the Discord, assuming that this flight will have satellite Wi-Fi. Thank you guys so much. Cyber Mike, thank you for streaming. What a ride it was and was. Just a quick little preview for what's to come next week. CPI, PPI next week. Zendi, Absol, Saint Drew, Templar, Liam, Loki, Dadpool, Akiyota. Yes, join the Discord, I'll post stuff. If I get filled or if I get into a position or if I'm looking for something, I'll post it in the Discord, all right? All right, I'm going to rush to the airport, and I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. All right, NFP, CME Gap, Mr. Jobs, Dadpool. All right, everybody, have a great night. Love you guys. Peace, everybody.
Listen up, you. Oh, it's the truth I speak. Kimbit is my name, trading is my game. Bitcoin is my focus, charge all my guide. Profit is my goal, so I never step aside. It is just mathematics, a few trading tactics. Fibonacci is my mate, golden ratio on my mind. You got to respect the trend, or you'll be left behind.